Shalom Israel. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, the B'wanas to the apostles and the elders great millstone, and Shalom to out there doing this work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. All right, and I want to start off by getting into the first few verses here in Jeremiah, the 18th chapter. All right, and it reads, "The word which came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Arise and go down to the potter's house, and there I will cause thee to hear my words. Then I went down to the potter's house, and behold, he wrought a work on the wheels, and the vessel that he made of clay was marred in the hand of the potter. So he made it again another vessel as seemed good to the potter to make it. Then the word of the Lord came to me, saying, O house of Israel, can I not do with you as this potter? Saith the Lord, Behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are ye in my hand, O house of Israel. At what instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom to pluck up and pull down and to destroy it." So, getting into that lets you know that everything is truly, in the hands of the Most High. For the Lord said that, for heaven is my earth and heaven is my footstool, in Acts the 7th chapter. So many people, have this thing completely misconstrued, like it's something that we can actually do something about what's going on in the world. We've already been assigned our portion. We've already been assigned our lot. Everything is going according to how the Lord wants it to go. And even from us as individuals to us as a people, overall so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are truly Israelites according to the scriptures, the so-called white man, the other nations, everything is fitting just according as the Most High wants it to be, And so many people have, these different thoughts on these different sayings of, well, only if we can stick together. Well, if only we could do this. Hey, the Lord made us how he made us. The Lord placed these curses upon us so they shall not escape us. Not escape us. All right? And not as long as we dwelling here in Babylon. Not as long as we dwelling here in captivity. All right? The Lord made everything for his own. This is what people don't like to realize. They don't want to put things in the perspective of the Lord. They don't want to see things from the Lord's eyes. They rather see things from the more sentimental view of what they think and what they feel. But hey, the Lord made vessels for everything, man. Hence, we go to the book of where I want to go to, the book of Romans 9. Right? It's the book of Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people have a problem with something like that. This is why you go to the church and they say, or the Lord hates the sinner and the sinner, not the sinner. But the Lord clearly said that he hated Esau, but he loved Jacob. So therefore, what the Lord does have favorites, and therefore the Lord chooses vessels as he see fits. Okay? Just as we can do, you could come up with certain type of creations, or just as the Lord mentioned, or with that potter and the clay and and all of that. It's the same thing, man. Everybody is fashioned towards how the Lord wants them to be. So if you got a nephew or uncle or that's just a messed up individual, guess what? Hey, that's what the Lord doesn't. Hey, maybe they may change. Maybe they could be a part of the elect. But overall, usually when you see stuff like that, you already know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? When people start going down that wrong path, majority of the times what happened? We know that because that's the history of our people, going down the wrong path every which way. From times of ancient Egypt even until now. Our people, whether it's you want to physically say guns, drugs, or this, that, and third, whether you want to put it to the philosophies and different things, our people have always gone astray and have always gone down the wrong road, man. And I started off with us straying away from the Most High, Yahweh, man. All right? So, verse 15, for he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. That's why everything is up to the Most High, because it's of him that showeth mercy. It's not specifically of something in which we do, even though when you look at the elect have been predestined before the world started. But what about that predestination? That ultimately shows you that whoever is meant to be a part of the elect, they're going to fall in line with what they're supposed to do. Just like if you were meant to be, if a person on a lower scale, if a person was meant to be in the NBA, guess what? They're going to do what's necessary, and they're going to be in the NBA. They're going to fall in line with their storyline, however the Most High set it up. That's with anything. That's why the scriptures also say, what the prophet of the spirit of a prophet is subject to the prophets. Because what? If we were prophets back then, we're prophets right now. We're going to fall right into our lot as the Most High sees fit, man. As the Most High have planned things out to be. This is what people have to truly understand, man. This is why they say it is written. It's written, man. It's the script. It's been written. It's a done deal. So if we are of the hopeful elect, which we know we are of the hopeful elect, we know that we've been called to do this work. We'll hope that we're chosen, to be a part of that 144,000. But what? Ultimately, we're going to fall in line, and we have fell in line with the word of the Lord, and us being prophets of the Lord, Yahweh and His Son, Yahweh Shah. Right? Verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout the earth. So it's all about the Lord and all about His glory, man. This is why He raised up Pharaoh. This is why in present time, what the Most High have raised up the so-called white man, right, to show His power. Because ultimately we know that the so-called white man is going to tear his own self down by way of what? Thermonuclear destruction, by them breaking all of their treaties and different things with the other nations. And the other nations getting tired and fed up of these damn devils. We know that that's the way it's supposed to go. But ultimately what? The Most High has set it up so that His name could be declared throughout the four corners of the earth. Because once the World War III really kick off, how it's supposed to kick off, what? The Lord is coming with the angels, man. And the Lord is about to make it known who really is the boss, man. Made me think of Roy Jones song. Y'all must have forgot. That's what it is with people. They forgot who the Lord Yahweh is, man. Because way back then we know that the Lord went by different monikers, different names, so on and so forth. Like Al-Shaja being one of them. And here's a prime example of how the other nations knew, our power, man. This is Joshua 2 and 9. And it says, and she said unto the men, I know that the Lord hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants faint because of you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did to the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For the Lord your power, He is the power in heaven above and in earth beneath. So these other nations, they knew what time it was with the Lord, man. So the Lord allowed His presence to fade to black, so to speak, but ultimately His essence is still there, and it's still rocking throughout the earth. So the Lord allowed people to sleep on Him. That's the worst thing you could do is underestimate, how they say in the world, the worst thing to do is underestimate your opponent. The Lord is for us, so He ain't our opponent, but we treated Him like he was an opponent. We treat him like he's an opponent today. I'm talking about us as a people. You know, the way our people come up against the scriptures and not seeing that the devil is right before them and not seeing that these holy scriptures is the way out, man. You know, the Lord fashioned us a certain way, but he fashioned us at the same time to come up out of this state in which he put us in, man. You know, as it gets into Baruch, the Lord brought us in not for our destruction, but because what we moved him to wrath, man. You know, so everything in today's time is appointed. You know, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, man. So people just got to get it within their minds that, hey, if you meant, you know, to be a part of the elect, or if you meant, you know, for this or for that, hey, you're going to fall in line with exactly what you're supposed to, man. Why? Because the Lord predestined, the Lord ordained it, as he told Jeremiah, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations, man. And that's what it all boils down to. It's predestination or pre-selection, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh and the Son, Yahushua, man. You know, so with that, you know, I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kakodash, double oneness of the apostles in the elders' great millstone, and Shalom, select out there, doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.